It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is
20
hungry
seconds.
for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's number 1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
2, 1.
What is going on, everybody? Welcome back to another episode of the Lions pregame show. We are live here in studio. My name is Neal Ruhl. Of course, the very esteemed Sean Baligian here in the house as well. We got Jaffe, Kool-Aid's bumping around. We got this. You guys know the squad that's in here today. But Sean, you know what? I had all these pleasantries that I wanted to discuss and go over. Nah, bro. Like this, Sean. This is the one. Like all season long, and you look. All right, you and I have talked about this all year long. Where, to quote Metallica, nothing else matters but the Super Bowl. Nothing else matters but the playoffs. But today, Sean, today is extra. I don't care who you are, and we know it. You can downplay it all you want. It's Lions-Eagles. It's Sunday Night Football. Probably the premier game on the schedule of the year.
Literally since the schedule came out, this is one, in talking with you, in doing the show with Terry and Broder all summer long, you put the circle around this. And you know what you did? You went all Ric Flair about it. To be the man, you got to beat the man. Woo! I mean, really, that's what this
game... And the
game,
Eagles are the man.
They're
Make
the
no
man.
mistake.
Like it or not, it means nothing. It's inconsequential. Shout out to my guy Kool-Aid, by the way, and his son. Happy birthday to your boy, right?
Thank you, brother. Yep.
What, 13 years old today, right? Going to get some salmon? What a good kid. Yeah, guys like you and me, I'll have a cheeseburger, I'll have a pizza, I'll have triple pepperoni, and he's like, man, I'm cool. I want some salmon. No, Neal, hey, listen, by the way, low-key, unbelievable day around the National Football League. It really is when you look at the schedule. But let's face it, this is the one that we put the circle around. You wanted Washington. That was personal, okay? Obviously, every year, your default mode can be, and quite frankly should be, Thanksgiving Day, especially when you're getting a division rival, okay? Neal, this was the one. This was the one.
No, and it is the one. And, like, look, I'm not into the pleasantries today. I'm not hey, Sean, how was your Saturday night?
Tell me about your boy Cristiano.
Yeah, absolutely. He's going to give me a ride to the airport.
Shout
All
out
right, moving
Cristiano.
on. That's it. Hey, no, but Sean, this one's extra today. It is. Like, I'm not going to sit here and bullshit everybody. I'm not. Like, we're not here for that today. No, we don't need to talk about because someone in the chat. By the way, jump into that Woodward Sports chat. Subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. And Danny G, that was a great stretch of Big D energy when Neal and Sean worked together. I appreciate that, Danny G. We're back here we're back here for every Lions game.
How you guys doing?
Sus P in the chat. How many times does Neal bring up Michigan football? Over under 5.5. LOL. No, but Sean, like, look. Normally, I would say that. And I would say, hey, was that generational yesterday? Hey, has he thrown a touchdown pass in a month? No, but I'm not here for that today.
No,
Sean.
not today.
Not today.
You wouldn't say those things today.
Not today.
Not today.
No, I wouldn't say no because it's not about that. No, Sean, for real though. All BS aside, dude. It's Lions, it's Eagles. This one is extra. And like, look, either way that this turns out today, and I fought the good fight, Sean. You fought the good fight. Where the Super Bowl or bust mentality means that you can't get caught up with a bad drive on a Sunday afternoon game against Cleveland. You can't run to Twitter and be like, "Oh, Jared Goff sucks because he throws an incomplete pass." Like normally you can't. But right or wrong today, Sean, everything's going to be judged off today. Like that's what I'm not trying to oversell this, and I know in this business that people make a living overselling you stuff. I don't do that. And if I'm going to do it, I'm going to tell you that that's what this is. This game today, Sean, right or wrong, win or lose, pass or fail, is going to shape everyone's outlook on this franchise right now until the playoffs.
I couldn't agree with you more. And it can change. It can change. Make no mistake about that. If you lose today, and let's say you lose like you lost the game in KC, okay? all we're going to hear is they're not ready. That's all we're going to hear.
Right.
You know it, I know it, and that doesn't mean that come playoff time, this team can't find another gear, because I remind you, Neal, we are living in rarefied air now for us, okay? This is how other teams have existed forever, where Kansas City goes like this. Okay, cool. We lost that late November game against Aiden O'Connell. I guess we're done. And then they just go into a different trajectory. I think this one, for our standards, is important because this is a scenario. This is the opportunity that a lot of Lion fans have been waiting for. Okay, national television audience. It's still Philadelphia, and they've got their warts. Make no mistake about it. You're hearing some of the stuff crack, and just today, is Jalen Hurts being the leader that they thought him to be? You're hearing all that stuff come out. They are the champs. They're playing at home. Find a way to win this game. And same thing, same dynamic. That doesn't mean onward and upward from here, okay? Everything this season, this regular season, was just a prelude to the real season. Everything about this season will be defined by what transpires in January and February. I've not deviated from that once. I'm not going to deviate from it today. But with the regular season, I couldn't agree with you more, because you could go win the next 3 games and people go, yeah. Okay, that's really cute and adorable. We saw what happened to Philly. You have to go to Philly again? Yeah, we saw what happened at Philly. We saw what happened at Kansas City. That is going to be the model moving forward. That's
All
it.
right, have a great weekend.
See you
everybody.
guys.
Yeah,
take care.
take
Neal's
care.
off to the airport. I'll see you tomorrow morning. Hey, shout out to our guy Jeff for sitting with us for the first 7 minutes of the show, and we're done.
Yeah, all right, everybody, have a great day. No, but Sean, I mean, like, and look, we'll get into it like we always do, and there's a ton of storylines to this game, but Sean, I wanted to address the biggest one, because that is the biggest one. We are going to irrationally respond, win or lose, irrationally. If they win, it's over. Give the Lions the ring. It's the Super Bowl. If they lose, well, Brad's not good. Dan Campbell stinks. Jared Goff is awful. I told you it was never going to work with Jared Goff. Like, we just know. And, like, looking at the 4-letter network's on in the studio right now. They got it. Defending the Lombardi, the Lions, the Eagles, like all of it. But, Sean, here's what I will not do, however. And people like our guy Stick. Love the man. Mm-hmm. I do. Here's what I will not do. There's a flip side to this coin of Super Bowl or bust. The flip side of the coin is we are here now. A.J. Brown's on the TV. They're trying to, push that narrative and everything like that. Here's the flip side of the coin. I am done officially with this is, just remember where we came from. No, I'm not. That's not anymore.
Stand it. No more.
That's over. That's 100% over. If you want again, going back to Ric Flair, because this is a Ric Flair game. Bright lights, big cities, pretty ladies, the nature boy. But that's what this is. This is the bright lights. You win. You win these games. If you don't win these games, then there are consequences to losing these games. There are, 100%, Sean. That's the way this works. The big boy league, the big boy show, that's how this works.
It comes back. I know people have not wanted to hear this, but I think that more and more people have started to accept this, okay? One of the guilts of our fan base for so many years, Neal, is comparing the Lions to the Lions as opposed to comparing the Lions to how other teams live, okay? And I always say this, celebrating the Jim Caldwell era. No. And I would always say, I would go, guys, one day somebody's going to come in here and one day somebody's going to raise the bar. And I promise you, I'm going to be that swarmy guy that goes, gosh, don't you just miss the Jim Caldwell era? No, this is not how National Football League franchises live. And Neal, to that point, that's what ticks me off. We have to start thinking like a team whose goal is actually winning the Super Bowl. Not like the Lions, okay? Because we didn't learn like other teams learn. We really didn't. It's almost like we were taught at a school way out in the boonies or something. Wait, I never learned that. What are you talking about? So our education hasn't, and that's why I couldn't agree with you more. I always use this term, stop thinking like Lions fans. Start thinking like other National Football teams do. And it's, I get it. I can hear people say, well, that's all we had. Are you going to tell me you didn't watch the National Football League? Are you going to tell me you didn't watch the Green Bay Packers year in, year out be a legitimate Super Bowl threat for a long time? Granted, they got one in each one of their eras, but you get the point. Yes, that's the way we have to start thinking. And I don't want to compare to yesteryear. You know what? I want to compare to the best in the National Football League. I want to compare to the Chiefs. I want to compare to the Bills. I want to compare to the Ravens. And unfortunately, right now for us, we compare a hell of a lot more to the Bills and the Ravens, the cautionary tale that those two teams are, than we do to the teams that have won Super Bowls like Philadelphia and Kansas City.
No, and that's what it is, quite simply. Like, that's what all of this is. Woodward Sports Chat Thread, jump in there on the YouTube channel. Freddie Felt, am I supposed to be afraid of the Eagles? Because I'm not. I'm not overlooking them, but I'm not going to ish myself like this is the 1998 Lions. No, and Freddie, like, great segue, my friend. I appreciate that because it is a great segue, because that's what I'm driving at next here is, as far as this Eagles team, the other side of the coin, when we talk about these kinds of matchups and the stakes that are involved in squaring up with the Philadelphia Eagles, the other side of that is, Freddie, I'm with you. What am I – if we are what we say we are, what we think we are, and that is Super Bowl or bust, if that's what we are, then, yeah, I'm not – the Eagles, like, I'm with you, bro. Here's the one caveat I have about that. You got – again, the Four Letter Network's talking about Eagles owner met with A.J. Brown and stuff like that. I will stop short of the there's cracks with the Eagles. A.J. Brown, Jalen Hurts doesn't complete a lot of passes, all that kind of stuff. You know what? They find a way every week. And no, you're right. Freddie, you're right. At surface level, you're 100% right. They have been kind of mid, like by the analytics and by the numbers. But you know where they're not? The scoreboard.
Yep.
Every week. And that's why, too, and like, look, they've had their injuries, and I know we're supposed to sit here and talk about the fact that Sam Laporta went on IR out of nowhere. You sent a text to the thread. You're like, anybody, like, see this here?
Hey, this is cool.
yeah, that's it. Yeah. Hey, Laporta's going on IR. Anybody notice that? But you know what, though, Sean? I'm done with that, too.
I'm with you.
I am. I'm done with that, too, because the Eagles go through it, the Chiefs go through it, the Bills go through it, the Ravens go through it, et cetera, et cetera. Sean, I'm done with that. Okay, who's out there today? The expectation doesn't change.
No, and you know what? That cracks. That's for all those television pregame shows. I hope you guys know that by now. The Philadelphia Eagles are the Philadelphia Eagles. I'll go back to what Freddie said, okay? Fear is not the word. I have a healthy dose of respect for the way the Philadelphia Eagles do things, and I think there's a difference. There's a huge difference in that. And Neal, unless we get back to the catastrophic levels of injury, and you know what I mean by the catastrophic levels of injury.
23 dudes on IR. Yeah, you can't overcome that.
I'll never get that bar graph out of my head.
No.
Where everybody else's injuries like that, and then all of a sudden it was like that. It was like looking at one of those GDP, kind of things. It's like, oh, that's cool. That's fantastic. But I think there's a difference between respect and fear. Do I respect the Eagles? Absolutely. Am I sitting here today cognizant of the fact that the Eagles could win this game? Absolutely. Like, this isn't I can't believe we lost to the Eagles in Philly. Neal, I expect us to win this game today. Period. I do. I expect us to go into Philadelphia and win this game. It might not be the prettiest game. I don't give two shits. You don't hang games in the Louvre. Go win the game. I don't care if it's like what we saw Monday night. Go beat them 17-14.
Right.
I don't care. What the heck do I get? Jake Bates go kick a 52-yard field goal on the last play of the game and send everybody home happy. Okay, cool. Whatever. Of course, do I want bells and whistles? Yeah. Do I want the fireworks? Sure. Especially against a good team like that. But I just don't think you see people taking belt to ass to the Philadelphia Eagles too often.
No, flat out you don't. It's one of those things where when you play these games too, these are big games. Like they are. And like, look, I am the king of you go through your regular season, you have 2 to 3 games where you're not going to play well. You have 2 to 3 games where you're guaranteed to lose because that's how it works in this league. There's never a good time to lose a game. There never is, but you do, and it happens, and you keep it pushing. And being around professional sports for a living like I am, I'm always amazed by players' ability to compartmentalize. And when they have a bad game, they just keep it pushing, they move on, and they go to the next. Because there's always a next game until there's not. There's always a next game. But with that being said, today's extra.
Oh, yeah.
Today's extra. Just for all the talking points and all of it. And oh, by the way, Sean, you know what else? It kind of timed up nicely where this game and these two teams playing each other kind of coincide. We're getting to that. Once you get to November, that's when shit starts to sort itself out. Where you got teams that it's a wrap. The Commanders, the Saints, the Giants, the Falcons, the Cardinals. It's over for them. Like it's over for teams now. And we're getting to the point where stuff starts to sort itself out. You lose this game today, and something sorts itself out, i.e. the number 1 seed. It's gone. If you lose this game today, it is gone. And I'm not doing the hope and fear shit. You go to the flagship for that. I'm not doing that. I make observations based on fact. And Sean, today is the first day where stuff will sort itself out for this Lions team if they do not win.
It's funny we are in that different category than everybody else that you talked of, and that middle category, the back category, if you will, is larger each and every year because that's what the NFL does. The NFL adds that game, and the NFL wants to sell hope. And many years we were in that back category where, hey, if we take 3 of the next 4, we're right in the hunt and all that stuff. This is different. This is, okay, you know what? We still have the goal in front of us of winning the NFC North. No doubt about that. We control our own destiny in regards to that. I firmly believe that. No doubt about that. But if we want to get that number 1 seed, we're going to need a lot of help, and I'm not sure that help exists.
No.
So, yeah, that's...
It's over.
Sean,
it's over.
Oh,
like,
I think so.
It's over.
Oh,
yeah.
I do. I think so.
It is. It's one of those things where you lose this game, the Eagles are 8-2, and you're 6-4, and they have the tiebreaker. Like, that's the reality of the situation. And if they're 8-2, how many games do you think they're going to lose the rest of the way?
Exactly.
But Sean, that's the point. That's the point I'm trying to make. Like, the finality of this game. It is the first game of the year, Sean. We did it. You and I, we talked about this. How are we going to get through these shows, in September and October? Well, we're here now. It's November. It's on your doorstep. Consequences are here now. If you don't win, that's the way that it is, Sean.
Yeah. Oh no. Listen, and don't get Neal wrong. Okay, game day's still fun. Like I think I can speak for him here. We still have fun doing this,
yeah.
and you enjoy the journey.
But today's I don't know if you guys can tell this or not. There's a different edge to me today.
I think to all of us. Yeah, I think inside Lion fans are like that. And I still say there's that trembling little Lion fan in all of us. That like honestly, I'm a firm believer.
Sean, that's never going to go away.
Is this when it falls? Until we win a Super Bowl. That's it. That's the only way that demon
All right,
is
have a great
exercised
weekend,
from my
everybody.
body. See you guys. Jeff, thank you again. Cristiano, drive safely.
I mean,
that's where we're at right now. So, take care of business today. Look, Neal, I think they should win the game. I do. I should be in the key and operative word. I really firmly believe that. I'm never going to come on here and BS you guys. I think the Lions should win this game.
All right, let me catch up with some of the chats here. If you want to skip the line, you can go ahead and use the super chat. TC84 says, I don't give a ish about the regular season anymore. Even seeding. Just win the Super Bowl, baby. LOL. Yeah, no,
Remember when I got yelled at for saying that? How could I? How could you think that way?
How could you think that way? Detroit Lionheart. I don't think you're giving the fans enough credit. We know it's just one game, but divisional games going forward are must wins. Look, Detroit Lionheart, I know that, but today's different. Today's about as different from a divisional game as it can be, just in terms of the concept. Like the stakes, man. I go back to the stakes. That's what's different about the game today. It isn't just Sunday Night Football, the Eagles, they're the champs. We've been on this stage before. Mm-hmm. We've won these games before. But today, today's a little bit extra. Danny G, damn straight, Neal, we're not living in the past anymore. We're a stacked roster with real expectations. Super Bowl or fail, no exceptions. And Danny, that's what it is. Is it, like when I talk about consequences, and while I know how we're going to react to this, it's over. If we lose this game, it's over. Tear it down. Trade Jahmyr Gibbs, like all that kind of stuff.
We have to get value.
Why did you sign J-Mo? Like all the hits will be played if they lose this game. I understand that fully going in. It's just, and in reality, I guess it doesn't change the fact of Super Bowl or bust because that is what it is. But today is the measuring stick thing. It's just, Sean, I just keep going back to that. There are consequences if you don't win. Something sorts itself out today. Today takes shape. I don't want people to like. I'm not trying to oversell this, but these are the stakes. Sean.
Well, no,
it's the first real game.
I think what you're saying is to all the people out there that yelled at me in particular off season, hey, you know what? Maybe we're a 3 seed. Maybe we have to go play that extra game. Maybe we have to go on the road to do it. I don't care how you have to do it. Just go do it. I'm done worrying about that. This is a team that already has shown me that they can win in the playoff, okay? Do you think they can win in the playoff while you're in? Okay, cool. I'm glad we had that conversation.
I love while you're in.
So this is where we're at right now. Can they? You know, if we are at full capabilities, which remains to be seen, we can beat anybody. I mean, I think we've seen that. So I want to go back to what the guy in the division said. I'm also cognizant, and I made point of that. You still control your own destiny. You can take that X away from the Packers by beating them on Thanksgiving. You can go into Minnesota and pinch their little cheeks and knock, take that X back away. And, of course, you can finish the right way against the Chicago Bears. So, and I think that's part of it, Neal, because we've had so much success in the division the last couple of years. We have as many losses this year as we have had against divisional opponents in the last 2 years. And that's weird for people. Yet, here we are. Here we are in the position that we're in against the Philadelphia Eagles. So I think the greater point that Neal's tried to make, and I'm going to agree with this, to all you people that yelled at people like me for saying, I don't care about the number 1 seed. I don't. I'm sorry, I don't. Would I rather have it? Of course I'd rather have it, okay? But I don't care about it. But all you people that hold that so near and dear to your heart, a loss today and you might have to start not caring about the number 1 seed. That would be a big dagger. In essence, Neal, as you said, that's a 2.5 game bump. With the 2 games and, oh, by the way, the tiebreaker, that's a 2.5 game bump that the Eagles now have. And you're going to have to set your expectations elsewhere.
Right. So, again, this is the first time that there are literal consequences to the game. It doesn't mean it's over.
Doesn't mean it's over.
But it will be. You know what I mean?
Oh, like, for 1 seed. But again, Neal, I'm thinking long term. Dude, that doesn't mean that we can't go back into Philly. Or God forbid, what happened to us last year happens to Philly. They host the Rams. They host the Rams in a playoff game. And the Rams go off. And then all of a sudden, holy crap, the Eagles are out. Because that's what people said when we lost last year to Washington. Now again, a lot of us, yours truly included, didn't think with all those injuries that the Lions would be able to punch a ticket. It was awful. You guys know it. It was historic, okay? I didn't think they'd lose that game to Washington, and then there we were. And the next thing you know, Philly all of a sudden, oh no, what are we going to do? We can't get to the Super Bowl without home field. And they got to the Super Bowl. They had home field, and they took care of business. So, Neal, to me, for you guys out there that think it's the most important thing to be the number 1 seed, you might have to put that to bed after today.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Flip in the chat. If we win this game, are the rest of Lions fans going to wake up, realize how good we really are? And we are going to be this way for a while with all of the re-signings.
No.
Sorry, Flip.
No. I hate to say it, but no.
Hey, ask Flip what happened.
There are guys just waiting. You know it. You know it. I know it. I can't explain it. I don't know what else this team has to do short of winning a Super Bowl to prove to you that they are a legitimate National Football League franchise today. So anything short of that, I think for a lot of people, Neal, is it's the same old stuff, and so old by now, dude. Stop it.
Danny
Jeez.
G, there's typically a lot more negative than positive comments, and don't even get me started on the watch party chants. Dude, Spencer and Easy do the Lord's work. During the one day, Jeff A., they do, bro.
Yeah, they
Like,
do.
You
They
know,
do.
you're a part of it.
They
You
do.
see it.
There's people crashing out just constantly.
Yeah, like,
One bad thing can happen. and
Play
it's
to
just- you
play.
just instantly see somebody crashing out.
Can you imagine living like that? Geez,
No.
oh Pete. Okay, you know, I mean, I'm not being funny, and I'm as emotional as anybody. I've gotten better as I've gotten older, but man, big picture. Come on, deep breath. Big picture. You're gonna be okay. You're gonna do it. Come on, hold it. I mean, that's where we're at. It's incredible.
Saki 907. What up, though, my guys? What up, though, Saki? Good to have you on there. Good to have you in the chat as well. Woodward Sports chat thread. Subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Get in there. The Pepper Jack playoffs. You talk about playoffs. I'm just trying to get away from Neal. Playoffs, hey, guys. Like, it's the first game that there's real consequences to. We were playing with our food for 2 months.
A little bit.
And Sean doesn't play with his food. He doesn't do it well. He just eats it. That's how he rolls. Woodward Sports chat thread. Oh, I had a good one there, and I lost. Ski Mask Boy, I'd rather play at Ford Field throughout the playoffs and go on the road to play outdoors in the cold. Look, Ski Mask Boy, that based on what data do you have to suggest that the Lions are ineffective in the cold?
It's a Jared Goff thing. You know, they put it out there that, he doesn't have, the biggest hands, or, it's a correlation of maybe he didn't play as well in cold weather. Well, I mean, that's going to be normal for a quarterback when it's freezing cold or it's raining or snowing outside. Obviously, you have to kind of lean on your run game at that point.
Well, then I go back to a time, and then I think to myself, Jeff A., I'm like, man, do I have any data of Jared Goff, like, when the weather's bad? Oh, that's right, when they shredded the Packers
Good and
last
bad.
year.
Good and bad.
Like,
there.
there's data out there.
Can I say it again?
Yes.
You guys, I don't know who that was. That is such a simplistic approach. I'm sorry. Of course we do. Every one of us want it. Every one of us want the number one seed, okay? Hey, would you rather have the number one seed or not have the number one seed? Let me think about that. But some of you think that's the most imperative thing out there, and that just simply isn't true. I don't know how else to say that. So therefore, that's why there are people like me that exist and say, yes, I want it. You're right. But it doesn't matter. Ask the Philadelphia Eagles if it matters. Ask the Kansas City Chiefs all the years. Ask the, 8 different wild card teams that have won Super Bowls. Like, stop it.
Sideless in the super chat. Not saying where I work, but it's a pop company. Days like this, I'm glad to have Woodward because I'm fighting for my life going into Thanksgiving. Sideless, when I worked those jobs too, man. The holidays, bro, were nothing nice. I know exactly what you're talking about. No, we appreciate you tapping in. Silas, that's why I got into this business, man. Like that's why, because just getting through the day, man. Like it was very, very cool, Silas. So I appreciate you saying it, man. The struggle's real. He also goes on to say divisional games only matter if you lost to the Ravens and the Browns. Packers can't rely on tiebreakers. That's their punishment for having a tie. Bingo, my friend. Bingo. Freddie Felt 313 in the super chat. Eagles Lions tonight is the Prove It Bowl. Is that
We have so many
is that a cousin of the I'm Back Bowl?
We have so many special games coming up. That's a
Prove It Bowl
with and or.
I'm Back Bowl.
I can't wait.
With and or.
Neal, you make me so happy with and or.
Sean.
We're very close to that.
Sean,
we're going to have
you
to put
understand.
a circle around one of the back bowls. We are.
Sean. We're getting close. We're getting close to the I'm Back Bowl. We're getting close to with and or.
Joe
The
Burrow's
holiday
coming back.
season. Joe Burrow's
coming back.
He's going to save us.
Look out.
Hey. Oh, my God. I can't wait.
Has
All right.
this team not had games where they had to prove it before? Why is it just now? Like, what about when they, opened the season to play the Kansas City Chiefs? Was that not to prove it that you're actually, arrived
Well,
in the
the
league?
fun thing about it, Jeff A., is there are many prove it games.
Exactly.
Once you win one, then you have to win the next one.
Yeah.
Prove it goes on in continuum. It's like with and or. It will never go away. It's like the I'm Back Bowl. It will never go away. And once we have our first I'm Back Bowl, The very next week, we will have another one, and it'll be somebody else. That's what's great about it.
Jeff, you know, the best part about it, and we can apply this to the Lions too, is like if you're one of those people, and there are a lot of them, because every single time you hear somebody say, well, I'd rather be at home. Of course I would too. But if you have aspirations of being at home and still locking up the number one, today's the proof it. It is, because I don't see a window in which the Eagles, in essence, give up 3 games to the Lions from this point on.
No.
I don't see that window.
Because it doesn't exist. That's the reason you don't see it.
I don't see that window.
Update from Madrid. Dolphins Commanders. Dolphins 6, Commanders 3.
Yes.
Who's watching this for real?
Nick.
Is it everything that I hoped it would be? That would be my question. Is it everything that I hoped it to be?
It seems to be trending towards that. Yes.
Oh, see, now I have to look at some of the numbers.
Why is Nick watching that?
He's a big Dolphins stan.
Really?
Yeah, that's like his second team to the Lions. He locked him. He locked him for the heavyweight picks this week.
Oh, all right. So yeah, the heavyweight shenanigans.
Yeah,
that
so
are going on,
he's tuned in. Nick's tuned in right now.
There's a lot of passing precision for what it's worth. Tua's 7 of 8 for 64 yards.
Okay.
You know, they got their whole 6 points.
Sounds generational.
Marcus is 11 for 14 for 106 yards, and they've got a field goal.
We've never seen quarterbacks like that.
That is efficiency. That is, I mean, you do the math there. That's 18 to 22 stuff for 9 points. That's what I'm talking about. That's going to win in the National Football League.
Have you ever seen a quarterback like that before?
Can I say I missed on Marcus Mariota big? I don't. I'm one of those guys. I don't mind calling myself out. I missed on Marcus Mariota. I really.
We've all got bodies like that.
I really
in the
missed
closet.
on Marcus Mariota. I love that kid at Oregon.
Yeah.
I really did.
No,
Jeez, oh,
we've all got many of those in our lives. Aaron Gibson, that was the one for me. I was convinced. Aaron Gibson, he could dunk a basketball, Sean, and do the splits.
I was there that draft day. That was, yeah. And then the news came out, and it kind of showed you what we were dealing with as a franchise. You kind of heard, that there were some injuries to deal with and everything. And I'm not going to name any names, but one member of the Lions war room kind of sat back, and you could see on his face like the. And I'm like, here's our brain trust. Here they are. So yeah, it was. Oh gosh, unfortunately.
Double G in the super duper chat. Can we not lose our ish when we get bad calls? We know the Eagles will line up off sides and on the tush push. As long as we don't beat ourselves, I don't care if it's ugly. Just get the dub. Go Lions. Double G 21. You're right. And this has been something. It's Double G. Here's where I have to call myself out, because I say this every week, guys. Calls are going to go against you, man. Whistle's going to go against you. And who's the one crashing out an X every time? Me. 100% me. Because be better, Neal. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, it's going to happen. And I'm as you said, I'm going to the airport today. We're going to Orlando. We're playing Central Florida tomorrow. And I'm going to post up. I'm going to an outdoor bar, by the way, to post up because it's Orlando and it's nice. And I'd like to steal days like that. And I'm going to lock in and I'm going to vow. Put the phone down. When a call goes against the Lions because you have 60-year-old men trying to keep up with the best athletes in the world, and for some reason they think that makes sense, but I won't. Double G, I won't. I'm like you. I know it going in.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Can't do it.
Aaron to the Stone, Neal Sean, do you guys have eyes on this horrible Commanders-Dolphins game? What is it with these early games? They're unwatchable. Aaron to the Stone, but here we are. Here you are. Here's Crash Out Nick, locked in. We're going to watch. We will. I marked myself safe from Patriots-Jets. I should have went on social media and marked myself safe in case people were wondering.
Well, it's important. I do. To let people know.
I need to. And I marked myself safe. And you know what, Aaron to the Stone? I'm proud that I'm going to mark myself safe from having watched a second of Dolphins Command. I'm not consuming that, NFL. Look, I know. In the end, you win, NFL. I know that.
Always.
You always have. You always will. But not this battle. You're not winning this battle with me. I will not participate in Dolphins Commanders. I won't. And I like Tua. And I like I've always liked the Dolphins. Like, kind of like, not like a Team B or whatever, but the logo's cool. They had Dan Marino when I was a little kid, all that kind of stuff. I've always kind of liked the Dolphins. I'm not doing it, Sean. I tap out.
Can I ask you something, though? Okay, because this is how it goes for me. If I were at home right now, if this show didn't exist, okay, let's say we were doing something tomorrow, would I have it on? Absolutely, I'm guilty as charged, okay? There's a difference between actually committing to it and just having it on, though, okay?
Right.
All right. Well, let me work on my ribs here. Oh, what sausage am I going to use today? Go look at the TV for a couple minutes. Then I'm off to do something else. Like, you got me, NFL. That's on at my house. It's on.
You get what you want. You get the click.
Yeah, you get the click. I'm there. But I'm not invested in that game in any way, shape, or form. I might sit down for a couple minutes, and then I'm going to go the way I am. I'm going to go, this is awful. And then I'm going to walk out of the room, maybe play Gimme That Baby with the puppy and everything, and we can have some fun that way. But then I'm off to do other things. But no, Neal, I just don't get the draw. I don't either. I truly don't. I don't. Sorry.
Look, NFL, you have me all day.
All day.
From 1 till Sunday Night Football, depending on the game. For literally 12 hours. You have me, NFL. I'm not giving you 9:30 in the morning, too. I'm not doing it. Sean, I'm not. And you don't value it enough to put a good game on there because you know these games suck because they always do.
Yep.
Like, look at the box score here. We know it. But you're not getting Sunday morning too. I draw the line, damn it. I give you Monday night. I give you all day Sunday. Yeah, that's where I draw the line.
No,
and you're going to take Christmas Day from me too.
You're going to take part of my Thursday too, because I tell myself every week, I don't know if this thing goes on in your house, I'm not watching this shit tonight, and there I am. It's on. It's again, same thing. I might start with you, which I tell myself I'm not going to do. I'm not doing it tonight. Nope. There are 3 hockey games that I want to keep an eye on, and I'm just going to flip back and forth between all of those. Ooh, there's a really good ACC game on college football, whatever the case may be. There I am. It's on, and I go, motherfuckers, you did it to me again. But it's just on. It's Thursday night's just on. That's the way it is. They know.
I know they know.
They know.
I'm fighting the good fight, Sean.
They're our boogeyman. They know it. Oh yeah.
I relapse every now and then.
Look, I got a
yeah,
little
I'm not
something
gonna
for
lie.
you right here.
I relapse every.
You
now
see
and
it
then. Every now and then.
He holds that dime bag up for you, and your eyes get big. And come on, Neal.
Cheat day. Today's a cheat day.
I'll give it to you for a nickel, not a dime. I'll give it to you for a nickel. There you are.
Tell your knots. I don't think the 1 seed is the end-all, be-all either, but tonight helps the division. I think a win tonight is important to prove you can beat good teams on the road if you don't expect the 1 seed to. No, tell your knots. They've beaten good teams on the road. Mm-hmm. Like, I love the way, I can always tell someone's narrative with the Lions. And I know we're late for the break, Jeff A. I'm gonna get there in a second.
Break?
Yeah. I can always tell somebody's agenda or narrative about the Lions just listening to them talk about the Ravens game. Because we played a different Ravens team than everybody else played. Like that 1-5 Ravens team, we didn't play that team. Mm-hmm. We played the Ravens team that's a game out of first place now and's got it back going again and is going to win that division. And never for a second, even when they were 1-5, did I think they weren't going to win that division. As long as Lamar was coming back. Now, I know he's like banged up again and stuff like that because they went in and won that game. And Lamar played like it was. That was a rock-solid road win. And I won't hear it. I won't hear somebody that tries to take that away saying, like, the Ravens aren't good. No, they're good. When Lamar plays, they're good.
I always laugh. I mean, especially, if you're going to say one thing, and I'm not accusing you of doing it, if you're going to say thing at the beginning of the season, you got to stick with it. All I heard about was the schedule this year, right? There's no possible way you could get 12 wins. What was the cry from a lot of people out there, okay? I know on our show, Neal, I had 12. KG had 13. I think Maz had 11 or whatever. No, I think he was with me with 12. Okay, is it the Lions' fault that the Bengals didn't live up to their end of the bargain?
No.
Well, quite frankly, the Bengals are the Bengals. But that was one that everybody's, going into Cincy. Is it our same thing like the Commanders game? And these guys were talking about it last week. They remembered. They can pretend like they didn't remember. They remembered.
They acted like someone that remembered.
That was personal. And that's is it our fault that they absolutely fell apart with and without Jaden Daniels? So in that regard, how am I going to say out of one side of my mouth at the beginning of the year, I'm so terrified of these games, and then when you go and win these games, well, you have to remember that was this or that was that. So yeah, the Ravens, the Bengals, and the Commanders. Those were 3 games where, trademark Neal, I was told that the Lions might lose each one of those games. And they won all 3. Cool. You feel good? I do. I feel good about it. And I'm never going to apologize for a victory. Ever. Ever. Never, ever, ever.
Freddie felt in the chat, I would rather watch the Dolphins Commanders than the Michigan game yesterday. You didn't want to watch a generational quarterback? We've never seen a freshman like this?
You know, I got dragged into that. Did you see? Typical. Wow. Neal dragged me into something. Can you imagine that? Somebody literally said to Neal have you heard what your partner said? And I stand by what I said. I think this guy's eventually going to be really, really good. I saw him a lot, okay? But Neal just said the words. He's a freshman. You people that expect the world from a freshman, I don't know what to tell you, all right? And every example you use is an exception to the rule. Everyone, okay? Bring up Trevor Lawrence. I can bring up how many young freshman quarterbacks do you want me
Jimmy
to talk
Claus.
about? Come on, you guys. Like, knock it off. Boy, is that a tough watch, by the way. Did you watch much of that?
No, I was calling the Oakland game, so I marked myself safe from that. Generational.
I'm telling you right now, and they're going to have a conversation very, very soon about their football coach. And I know they don't want to hear it. Some of them do. Some of them said you're right, but they're going to have a conversation about their football coach pretty soon.
All right, let's do this. Let's take the break, and we'll come back. We'll get more into it. The X's and O's discussion, and obviously, both teams a little banged up. The Eagles getting a lot of their guys back, but I want to have the X's and O's discussion. I'm gonna let Sean do a deep dive into this. We'll continue to get your thoughts in the chat. We have a Caesar Sportsbook best bet. We'll go around the NFL. We have all of it for you today. This is the Lions pregame show, Woodward Sports Network. We'll be back in a second.
The Detroit Lions are in the playoff push.
Guys, I'm so freaking proud of you, man. That's the way to show up.
And Woodward Sports is your official, unofficial Lions network. Make sure you wake up every day with Wake Up Woodward, followed by Big D Energy, Hermione and Edwards with Maz, and of course, the heavyweights. Detroit's #1 destination for all your grits and Lions coverage. Woodward Sports.
I'm going to go. Do I have water to get some?
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Why do we fight? We fight to protect the innocent, to hold the powerful accountable, to bring the oppressors to justice. Why do we fight? We fight to secure and preserve our civil liberties, to get each and every one of our clients the justice they deserve, and to make the lives of real people just like you whole.
All right, coming back.
Again. Thenfights.com.
The Super Bowl parade in Detroit will be one for the record books. Detroit just does it different. Woodward Sports, your official Super Bowl or bust Lions network.
All right, back at it. The Lions pregame show. Lions Eagles today. Neal Ruhl Sean Baligian, brought to you by Sun Cruiser. Of course, Ven Johnson Law as well. Jack's Car Wash. Usually we're live at Second Best on home game day, so make sure you roll out to that. The game against the Giants coming up. We'll be back down there. Getting it in, but Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey. You guys know the players, and you guys support the companies that support Woodward Sports. You guys do a great job of that. Sean, before we get into the X's and O's with the Lions and the Eagles here today, I love this bit. The NFL, the broke-ass game of the day. This is fastly becoming one of my favorite
All right,
bits.
let's play. I like it.
We're talking. We're actually talking to ticketing companies, as a matter of fact, that are looking to get on board with this.
I have a feeling I know which one you're looking at.
Sean, it was a close race, but the broke-ass game of the day. Let's go to Nashville, Sean. Yeah. The Titans hosting the Texans.
Yeah.
Get-in price, $18. It was a close race, which this surprised me. Cleveland hosting Baltimore, $22 get-in price.
Wow, really?
I was stunned by that. Absolutely stunned by that. So it was a close race, but the Titans and the Texans, you can get in for the low price of $18. So have fun, everybody.
Can you imagine, by the way, Houston is like my poster child this year for the new NFL and selling hope. They're 4-5 right now, and there's a legitimate path for them to get into the playoffs.
With and/or?
Yes.
Are you getting ready?
Soon. It's like, you know what I do? It's like I'm a little kid, and I call Neal, and it's like December 20th, and there's that one package that's been under the tree for like a week, and I go, Neal, can I open just one present? Neal's like, nope, you can't do it. You cannot. No. We have to wait till with and/or week, okay?
Sean, it's with and/or is the brisket of the football season. It will be done when it's done.
Yeah, that's...
Looking at it, opening the lid isn't going to make it cook any faster.
I can't rush that.
No.
I can't. I'm doing a big one Christmas Eve, though. People are all kind of fired up, and I told them the same thing. Don't get mad at me if you come over my house at 5:30 and it's not done yet. If the brisket decides he's not going to get done till 8:30, he's not getting done till 8:30.
It's not up to me. It's up to the brisket.
It's 100% up to the brisket.
It's like my argument I use with Comcast or or a cable company or whatever, where you say, "Hey, this is the price I'm comfortable with. This isn't up to me. It's up to you.
Mm-hmm.
If we can continue this plan, I'm in. If we can't, I'm out."
Yep.
I await your reply.
I think that's absolutely but you know what? You try to get that window, like legitimately. It's like, all right, it could be done around 5:30, or it could be done around 8:30, and it's not my choice. I didn't do it. I didn't do it.
I didn't do it. Absolutely.
Didn't do it.
Woodward Sports chat thread. You guys, man. Real quick on the Michigan stuff. Duncan, Bryce is great. He's an 18-year-old student. Jim, 18-year-old kid. What were you doing at 18? I wasn't paid $12 million.
Oh, boy. You guys are walking into it. Just, can I give you some free advice? Just walk the other way.
Hold on.
I knew it was coming. See? You did this. You did this. You did this.
Sean, I just do it because I know that you're going to be blamed for it.
Of course I am.
I just have to update real quickly and take a look.
Neal, I honest to God, I don't know, and I don't want to put words in Neal's mouth, okay? I'm not saying that Neal says he's going to be an absolute bust, okay? I'll let Neal speak for himself.
Okay.
There. If you guys thought the world from a freshman in 2025, man, you got nobody to blame but yourself. You really, I have no other way to say that. You got nobody to blame but yourself.
Guys, like, for the he's 18 crowd, he's got 7 passing touchdowns and 5 interceptions. It's November. We're pushing Thanksgiving. Can we ask the question? Sean, am I fair to ask the question?
Yes. Yes. That's especially because, you know what, Neal? I'm a huge believer in this statement.
Adie's 411. He was throwing the ball yesterday. Leave him alone.
At some point in time during your first year, you're not a young player anymore. It might be your freshman year. It might be your sophomore year. Hell, it might be your junior year. But when you're this deep into a season anymore, do we call the guy a young player anymore? There's some experience under his belt now. I mean, he's a freshman in name only, but he's got that experience. He's got the hostile environment. He's got the big game, et cetera, et cetera.
Which he has yet to come through in.
How much of that is legitimate? I'd tell you, I'm going to say it again, okay? Shame on Michigan. They should have taken Oklahoma right off their schedule. They should have just taken it right off. We're going to play Northern Illinois instead.
Right.
They would be a playoff team today. There's no doubt in my mind. Today. They would be a playoff team today. Here we are.
Art Van Dam in the Super Chat. Milt Plum was generational. Jeff A., does your generation know about Milt Plum?
I don't know. I don't know who that is. I don't know what that is. So
do yourself a favor.
I'm gonna say no, we don't.
All right, Jeff A., that's fine. Admitting it is fine, but do something about it.
All right.
You need to get educated on Milt Plum. The chat knows about Milt Plum.
I'll note that.
There you go. Just do me a favor. At some point today, just take 3 minutes, look into Milt Plum. All right?
I'll
because
note that
if you
right
think
for the
Bryce
show.
Underwood is good, you'll love Milt Plum. What? What? Sorry. I'm not.
sorry.
I'm not. No,
I know
I'm
you're not. I'll get. Yeah, mark my words, Neal. I'm going to tag you today. Somebody is going to yell at me for things that you say. Set your watch for it. It's going to happen. It's going to happen. I try to be the fair guy, and I get yelled at. Hi, Viking fans. Nice to see y'all. They all jumped on me last week, a couple weeks ago.
All right.
Tell you.
Stitch Rules in the chat. Eagles fan here. I think it's going to be a tough battle. I can easily see this being a preview to the NFC Championship game. Sean, give me the X's and O's. I think that the Sam Laporta thing is big, and I don't think that we fully comprehend his importance, his value, and there are a couple of data points that I point to when I say that. When we did the whole re-sign discussion, this was right before Hutch's contract dropped. It was very clear of the Hutch, the Brian Branch, you know, like the ones that are coming up.
Right.
Sam Laporta was always the odd man out with the fans. Always. Well, you just got to go draft another tight end or whatever. Sean, I think that was short-sighted. I think that we had forgotten because of the time he missed last year, but I think we were very much reminded this season he is a pivotal piece. He's not the frosting on the cake. He's not the ice cream on the plate with the cake. He is the batter, like that cooks in the oven. You just take it for granted that it's going to be good. Sean, he's a vital piece. Vital.
Oh, he really is. And Neal, I think this is where we're at with this have it your way offense. Okay, when you start to take some of the ingredients or the choices off the menu, all of a sudden the menu is a little diminished right now. There's no doubt about it. I want to go back to the Philly fans' comment. Dude, I feel the exact same way as you. Like, this is 6 of one, half a dozen of the other. And if you're one of those people, if you don't have respect for the Philadelphia Eagles, you're not paying attention. All right? I'm going to go back to a year ago, a little over a year ago now, when after they completely fell on their face after the 2023 season, and oh no, we have to replace coordinators. Whatever will we do? You can't replace coordinators in the National Football League. And they did a little bit. Remember, Neal, on the heels of that, they started out 2-2 last year, and it wasn't a pretty 2-2.
No.
Okay? And then they just started winning, and they just kept winning. And it built to a crescendo. We all know what happened and everything. So I have a massive amount of respect for Philadelphia. I don't care about the white noise. I don't care about A.J. Brown. I don't care about, the stuff that came out that I heard just this morning about guys are getting sick and tired of Jalen Hurts and all that stuff. You know what I care about? This team finds a way, and they do it in a myriad of ways, okay? And I respect that. And that's what I aspire to be. And I think the Lions have been in a certain regard over the last couple of years. Okay, how do you want today to go? Do you want to go on a shootout? Okay, we can go on a shootout. We can do that. Yeah. You want us to put up some points? Yeah, we can do that. You want to have a slugfest? You want to stand in the middle of the ring, mano a mano? Hey, I'm tying my left arm to my body, okay? You're just getting straight punches. There's no jab, okay? I'm just throwing jackhammers at you. Yeah, we can do that. And that's what I think the Lions are aspiring to be. Neal, we can beat you in a myriad of ways. So when I look at this game, I'm not saying that it's going to be 10-7. I don't think we're going to see a repeat of Monday night. But Neal, what's the over on this? 46.5? I think I saw 46.5.
That was the last I saw. Let me see if there's an updated number to that real quickly. 46.5, holding strong.
I don't know, dude. I don't know. 2017, 1916, something like that. I have a feeling it's going to be something like that. Now that I said that, you guys go race and take the over. But no, something like that, Neal. These are two heavyweights, man. They are. By the way, this is one of, I'm going to repeat it. There are some sneaky good games on this. That Seattle Rams game. Okay, Seattle, here's your chance. There are a lot of people that legitimately believe in you. Here's your chance, okay? The Denver-Kansas City game, where's Dick Enberg and Merlin Olsen when you need them, right? For guys like us.
The baseball infield.
Right, the baseball infield. I need that.
I miss that.
I do too. It's so funny. Like, do you ever have conversations with your kids like that? I tell my kid that, and he's like, they played on the baseball field?
Yes.
It's completely foreign to them. It is complete.
Up until baseball season was over. Yes.
Billy Sims' first game. Like, I'm sitting at home with a baby boner going, oh, my gosh, we finally have a star. We finally have a star. As Billy's running up and down the infield dirt. Are you kidding me? I loved every second of it. Yes, I miss it.
I miss it. Woodward Sports chat thread. Rat-faced in the chat. Packer fan here. I think this matchup is going to be a preview to the NFC Championship game. Wow, that's
Can I give Packer fans some credit? And I'm being really serious when I say
think you're going to say what I was just going to say, yeah.
Okay. The guys that I have talked to, I know a lot of Packer fans up in the UP. They are not high on this team. They weren't even really high on this team after the Lions game. And I think it starts with their doubting of their Lord and Savior, Jordan Love. Like, I really think that's where it starts. The Packer fans that I know don't seem to be too high on this team, Neal. Are you getting that same vibe?
Which is odd. I am getting that vibe.
Okay.
The couple Packer fans that I know, they kind of see it the same way, which is odd to me because I don't understand. I saw you adjust your physiology there because you know what's coming
I'm
right
listening.
here.
I'm listening.
Which is odd to me because I don't understand, Sean. When you have the highest rated Pro Football Focus defender every single week, like Micah Parsons is, whether he gets a sack or not, it's inconsequential. Forced pressures, forced interceptions, thought about pressures. I consider getting pressures. 16, I thought about getting pressures for Micah Parsons. Led the NFL, the highest rating in the history of the world, Sean. I was told when he came to Green Bay that it was, in fact, over for everyone. I was told that, Sean. Was I lied to? I wanted to know, Sean, because I feel like I might have been lied to.
You know what happens here? This is a perfect example of what I'm talking about, okay? Perfect example, all right? This is how I get dragged in, okay? I could tell you till I'm blue in the face that Micah Parsons made the Green Bay Packers a better team, and he did. And Neal would agree to that. He won't, but he did, okay? But I still think the Lions are better. And like people really have a difficult time today grasping both things can be true. And I think that's why I love to play both things can be true. Because it's almost like, wait a second, are you actually applying logic to this? No, you're supposed to rant and rave and get big mad at Neal. Like that. There's validity to that. Yes, 1,000%, whether you want to admit it or not. But it's easier to get mad and call names and then blame me.
That's the easiest of it all.
That's the best part.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Jim Hayward. I'm more worried about the Legion of whom than the tight end position. Adley 15. Adlige 15. Neal, you've always been right about Michigan football. Thank you. One person sees the truth. What?
You know when you'll find out about it? You were a listener. You'll find about it 10 years later. Because everybody, once Michigan got to the top, oh, yeah, you were right about that Brady Hoke guy. Yeah, you were right about all those incredible recruiting grades and everything. While it's happening, you're public enemy number one. You don't know anything. You are Sparty.
You don't know ball.
You don't know ball. You are trying to stir the pot. It's amazing how that works out. It's incredible.
DNC ENT Neal, big tough guy, not watching the NFL Europe games. LOL. No, I know, right? I'm strong. I can go against the crowd. I can go against it. Kurakami, Eagles are scoring 30+ points unless we have long drives. Sean, how do you see it playing out? Like X's and O's wise.
I don't know.
That offense doesn't.
No.
Are they okay? You know what? Let's cut the shit.
There.
Are they broken? Are the Eagles broken?
I won't say broken, but are they less than? Absolutely. Offensively, they are, but they have
then
that.
Why?
They have that. Well, I think you're seeing Saquon Barkley look mortal. I think it really starts there. And he is. I mean, by Saquon Barkley standards,
right.
Okay? I think it starts there. They're not controlling things the way that you're used to. I look back. You want a perfect example, that shock and awe that they had against the Commanders in the NFC Championship game, and where we all sat back going, how the hell did we lose to this team last week? How did that happen? Really, legitimately, how did that happen? Honest to goodness, I think it starts there. And again, Neal, it's not like Saquon's having a bad year per se. It's mortal for them and it's mortal for him. And it goes to show you how important things are. And look, they are, in my mind, the poster child of a team. The run sets up the pass. And so when the run isn't as efficient as it's been, Neal, I think that's why you're seeing what you're seeing. 30+ points is very, very, very. That's pretty harsh. We'll wait and see. I mean, this is where I don't know. It's 6-6, by the way. Now, Neal. I just wanted to.
Great. You guys love it.
I wanted to point that out. But no, I think that's what it comes to. I cannot under any circumstance say that they are broken. But listen, when Saquon Barkley is sub 4 yards per carry,
which is what he is,
that's not the Eagles running at full capacity. It just isn't. And I think you're seeing it as such.
All right, let's do this. Let's take the break. When we come back, I do want to spin around the NFL as well. We got our Caesars Sportsbook best bets that we will get to, more on the Lions-Eagles game. We'll get to the injuries. People are asking about the injuries. What time do those come out?
2 hours before game time.
So we won't have the definitive word for the Lions in terms of the injuries. People talk about Tesla and everything, but we will get into all of that
hour and
as
a half,
well.
Sorry, hour and a half. Yeah,
90 minutes it is?
Yeah, 11:30 was always the time that we would get that hot text.
You're watching the Lions pregame show right here on Woodward Sports Network, brought to you by Sun Cruiser, Ven Johnson Law, Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, second best in Detroit as well. We'll be back with more.
The Detroit Lions are in the playoff push.
Guys, I'm so freaking proud of you, man. That's the way to show up.
And Woodward Sports is your official, unofficial Lions network. Make sure you wake up every day with Wake Up Woodward, followed by Big D Energy, Hermione and Edwards with Maz, and of course, the heavyweights. Detroit's #1 destination for all your grits and Lions coverage. Woodward Sports. No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give it's $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
Let's give it up for David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports. The Super Bowl parade in Detroit will be one for the record books. Detroit just does it different. Woodward Sports, your official Super Bowl or bust Lions network. It's bear hunting season, and Dan Campbell is hungry for some kneecaps.
If you can just get a hold of them and you start dragging their ass out to the deep, dark abyss, you can drown them.
The Kings of the North are back for another year of the brand new Lions. Make sure you're locked in to Detroit's #1 sports network for all the news and info on your Detroit Lions.
Woodward Sports, let's go.
Back at it here, the Lions pregame show. Neal Ruhl Sean Baligian, brought to you by Sun Cruiser, Jack's Car Wash, Van Johnson Law, of course, second best. Also, Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, Mad Packs, the fine folks at Mad Packs. Don't forget about Colton and my people over there. All of you in the Woodward Sports chat thread, subscribe to the Woodward Sports YouTube channel. Jump in there, get your thoughts out there, and we're talking ball. We're talking ball. That's it. What?
I don't know why it makes me laugh.
What?
You don't know ball.
You don't know ball.
I love that.
I do too. It is pretty funny. Woodward Sports chat thread. Jim, holy ish, the Commander scored a touchdown. Do we have a touchdown?
No way, really? Oh my! Hold on a second. We got it. 13-6.
There you go.
Here
Everybody.
come the Commanders. They're getting right.
There we go. Woodward Sports chat thread, Jerry Alexander. Decker's been playing left tackle for about a decade now. I'm sure it's not his first time playing that position while being questionable. No, and people were talking about it. This team, the Laporta thing staggered me. I could tell it staggered you. Just because no one saw that. We knew he was banged up or whatever. No one saw IR.
No.
Sean, are you getting that? I don't want to say that scary feeling, because I bounce back and forth with it, and look, I made a decision a couple weeks ago that I was just going to say, you know what, it's the way this league works, and I saw I will say this about that Eagles-Packers game, that was literal combat.
Mm-hmm.
Soldiers were being carried off.
Yep.
That was a heavyweight fight.
Yep.
And there were casualties in that game. Now, the Eagles are lucky. It sounds like they're going to get pretty much everybody back to it. But, Sean, it's just I can't live in this space of he's out, so-and-so is out. What am I going to do? I can't live in that space, Sean, because that's not the reality of this league. It's just not. And, look, last year was a failure because we didn't win the Super Bowl.
Yep.
You got to keep it 100, right?
100.
Can you reasonably expect someone to win a Super Bowl with 23 guys on IR?
No.
But it doesn't change the fact that you didn't deliver on 100%. The expectations. So, Sean,
you just described me. That's what I was last year.
Yeah.
I remember everybody got mad at me early December last year. We went around the room. Do you still have faith that the Lions can win the Super Bowl? I said no. You can't overcome those injuries. You can't.
And I was high on the supply.
But that doesn't matter. But that wasn't why I brought it up. That doesn't matter. Neal, I say it again, and I know people disagree with me. The one that hurts me the most, I know everybody and their brother says the Frisco game. It was the Washington game. That hurts me the most. Even though I knew that you weren't getting much past that. Because you know what I did? I in my mind, and here's that little Lion fan again, I could hear my grandfather and my dad laughing at me. You're so stupid. If it's not one thing, it's going to be another thing. Don't you understand with this franchise? They'll blow a game, and in the year where everything looks like it's in place, they're going to have an inordinate amount of injuries. That's what still, I think about it, and honest to goodness, it feels like somebody kicks me in the chest. Like that feeling sitting at home that Saturday afternoon going, we can't catch up to this guy. We are not going to stop Jaden Daniels today. This is our fate playing out right in front of us and everything. So I think, Neal, a little bit of that comes in, whether we want to admit it or not. Oh, here we go again. Hey, this Legion of Whom thing is so much fun. Oh, this is great. But are we really going to beat the Kansas City Chiefs with that? Are we really going to beat the Philadelphia Eagles with that? And now you take Laporta out. So, Neal, and I'm going to say for the record, I do think we're going to win today. I do. I really, truly do. I'm not saying that as a slapdick. I think we're going to find a way to win tonight because of some of the things that we talked about. The Eagle fan who's in the chat would say the same thing. They're not fly Eagles fly right now. They're not firing on all cylinders by any stretch of the imagination. And it's interesting because here you have two teams where both of them in an honest moment would say, we're nowhere near full capabilities, okay? You have one at 7-2, you have the other at 6-3. What you hope for is that magical scenario that by the time the playoff rolls around, you got just about everybody back. And look, it's trending that way. Let's hope that that's the scenario.
Woodward Sports chat thread, Joseph Austin, the season is a war of attrition. And it is.
It
like
is.
this
100%.
is this league.
Yep.
Like you survive this. You
Yep.
know you know what I'm saying? Like you find a way through. Woodward Sports chat thread, Rando Smalls, this fan base doesn't know how to act with the Lions being contenders. Theo, need the Vikings to beat the Bears today. That would be nice. I'm not I have no concern about either of those two franchises.
I'm sorry. It was funny. We were talking about this, Neal. There is a world that exists where the Lions could play the Bears 2 weeks in a row. There's a world that exists.
If the playoffs started today, they're playing the Bears.
Bring it.
That would be
the Chicago. Wait a second. The Chicago Bears are coming to Ford Field for a playoff game. Okay,
I'll take that right now. I'll sign that contract right now.
Sign me up.
I would take you're all right. You're the 3 seed. You're hosting the Bears. In.
Okay.
In.
Cool. Because that guarantees that at least I'm getting to the second round, which I would have gotten to anyway as the number 1 seed. Okay, I'm in. Absolutely, positively. I'm going to hate watch that game something fierce. I am. I'm telling you right now. And I'm going to, Viking fans, you did this to me. You did this to me. Don't blame Neal. Don't blame Neal this time. You did this to me. You were just the Vikings. You know, all that stuff. You were just. I love watching you lose now. I do. I openly admit it. I love watching you lose. So when you have that, Neal, against going, I fucking hate the Bears. I hate the Bears with everything inside of me. I can't tell you how much I hate the Bears. One of those teams are going to win today, and that pisses me off. It really does.
Well, they could tie.
Why don't you two shitty franchises mix into tie? Could you do that? Thanks. Appreciate it.
Yeah. Also, speaking of the NFC North, Packers obviously at the Giants. And look, the Giants, it all crumbled as it was always going to be. Like it was always going to end like this. I mean, I like the young infusion of talent with the Giants, but they do need to learn the surroundings. You know what I'm saying?
You know what I like about the Giants, okay? When all else fails, when the chips are down, you wrap that American flag around you. That's exactly it, man. And you just believe. You believe.
And Sean, that's what I was driving at. I love how this lines up today. Oh. If Jameis can pull this off, should we put him on the dollar bill?
Yes. Could you imagine him dressed as a colonial?
I need AI.
That big smile on his face.
Can I get Jameis Winston dressed as a colonial American?
I need that. Oh, I need that so badly. I need that.
Hold on.
Neal, that Monday night game last year was the best. It was the absolute. Come on, Jameis, you could go for 500, one more completion, and he immediately throws a pick 6, and I'm going, you never let me down, Jameis.
Never. Sean, real quick, what if he does it? What if he beats the Packers today? What if he goes out there and throws for 420 and 4 touchdowns?
I don't even want to think about it.
What if he does that?
I don't even want to think about it.
Oh, my God, Sean. What if he does it?
Do you think there's some buyer's remorse last week, like when Dart went down? Why they put Russ in, I'll never know. Like Russ is, again, the poster child. Listen, sometimes you just have to admit when it's over. Sometimes you do. Like, nobody wants to admit it, okay? We all have that moment. And Neal, there are things I can't do at my age now. I can't. Like, and you just kind of have to accept it, okay? All right? Russ, it's over. Like, it's over. So I was kind of surprised that they didn't fire Jameis in there last week.
I was too.
Jameis would have found a way.
100% he would have. He wouldn't have lost that game, man. There's no way. There's no way. Art Van Dam, you should put him on the $3 bill. That maybe you could. Woodward Sports chat thread. We haven't talked about Lions defense at all, Sean. I'm happy. Really happy with the way that they're playing. Jack Campbell's taken a massive step forward, I think, this year.
2 years in a row, you can say it. Really?
That's
Really?
fair. 100% that's
Yeah.
fair. Sean, he's turning into the most vital player of this defense.
I think we saw that transition kind of take place last year too. I mean, really, I think towards the end of the year, that kind of fell on him and the area that he covers and everything. But hey, Neal, it's the same thing. I am not going to feel guilty for wanting more out of our defensive line. I'm not. As great as Hutch is, and I don't throw that word around often, okay? As great as Hutch is, am I going to feel like a bad guy for saying I want you to make quarterbacks' lives even more miserable? No, I'm not. And so, yeah, I want to see as a unit, I want to see some of those pieces start to eat from the fruits of Hutch's labor, so to speak. So, listen, the defensive backfield, it's cute, but you know how you take pressure off of them? You get after the quarterback. You make the quarterback's life miserable. It's that simple, really. I mean, the game of football is kind of like that. It's one of your best ways to defend against the pass is making the quarterback's life miserable. I don't need to shut down on each side. Of course, I'd want them, but you know what? I want to get after your quarterback. That's the National Football League today, man.
Where are we at with Jalen Hurts?
He finds a way. That's where I'm at. He finds it. There's nothing.
But like all the time.
That's exactly it. There's nothing awe-inspiring about the guy. So this kind of comes back to you. Like really, Neal, you just have to tip the cap and say this is a guy that finds a way. That's why I was a little surprised, and I don't know where I read it. But this morning there were some stories out there that some guys are getting tired of his antics or whatever. What antics? He seems half stoned all the time.
He just shows up and
Right.
wins, and
He
then
does.
waits to leave.
Yeah, that's So I don't know what's going behind the scenes and everything. He's a guy, Neal. To your point, he finds a way all the time, and it would be one thing if it happened now and again. No, it's all the time, and so now I just have to accept that as that's just kind of a given in life, and you have to plan accordingly. That if a game is on the line. Jalen Hurts is going to find a way, and that's to me that's
why is he not celebrated more?
That's high compliment because it's not flashy. We like shiny things. Like honestly, that's what I think it is. I mean, Jeff, I don't know if you agree with that. I think people are infatuated with shiny things. Really, I think they're infatuated with shiny.
Where's the younger generation at with Jalen Hurts?
It's kind of like they already have that perceived, that he's played bad before, so he's bad now. But when you look at it this season, well, I mean, he just had the interceptions, just accuracy, issues in past seasons. But this season, I mean, he's played like a really good quarterback. He's kept it clean. He doesn't turn the ball over much, and he wins games when the time comes. He makes the big plays to win games. I mean, and this year. He looks better with Devontae Smith as the number one option.
Well, speaking of that, that's making the rounds now, too, that A.J. Brown met with the Eagles owner. Apparently, he told Lurie he'll stop airing out frustrations with the team on social media. Like, I feel, and look, Sean, you know this, we don't do it, but there are people in this business that do. That take a narrative and really, really run with it. As I kind of feel, don't you feel that the media is kind of pushing this A.J. Brown thing?
Yes.
They're very desirous of this to become a story.
It's salacious. It's Philadelphia. It's the defending champs. It checks so many boxes. And, boy, it seems to me, I mean, again, I know there's some Philly fans watching us. You tell me if you agree or disagree. It seems to me like this team just goes like this and just, kind of, okay, that's great. Yeah, you guys talk about, I don't know. I'm not inside the room. I'm not going to try to pretend or anything like that. From the outside looking in, it doesn't seem to bother them at all. Now, when the owner decides to have a special conversation with somebody, maybe there is something there. I don't know. All right, but the cracks are there. You know, how they respond to the cracks, we'll wait and see. I'll tell you what, tomorrow will be a field day in Philly if they lose this game. All the shit that you've heard the past couple of weeks with this A.J. Brown stuff and now this Jalen Hurts stuff, are you kidding me? Philly Sports Talk Radio, they're going to annihilate a 7-3 defending Super Bowl champion team.
And they will.
They will.
They'll go even crazier if A.J. Brown doesn't have a good game. If he
Right.
doesn't have a lot of, touches this game, they're going to go crazy. If they lose this game and he doesn't have touches, they'll be greasing down the polls.
Yep.
Art Van Dam in the Super Chat. If you want to skip the line, use the Super Chat. Art Van Dam. Milt Plum was generational. That's right, Jeff A. The streets are telling you, get educated. All right? Get educated. You give me the nod.
I'm going to ask my granddad.
He'll know. He'll know. Art Van Dam also, cry, Eagles, cry. That is true. I do like that one also. No, but, Sean, it is. It's weird to me, like the Jalen Hurts thing. It's what hasn't he done? And it was from second one. Because I remember the year he got drafted was my first year here at Woodward. And I was like, it could work for Jalen Hurts. It could work in the league. Let's see. All he's done is win. Jim Hayward, Eagle fans will eat Hurts alive if they lose. Detroit Lionheart, Hurts can throw a bomb, just nothing else.
Neal, I'm a big fan of Google is your friend.
Correct.
You can all do this at home. You can play this right now. Click Jalen Hurts. Click news, okay? All righty? Here we go. Multiple Eagle players reportedly frustrated with Jalen Hurts' hesitant approach. Several Eagle that comes from Bleacher Report. Newsweek, several Eagle players not happy with quarterback Jalen Hurts. PFSN, NFL Insider reveals Eagles players have grown frustrated with Jalen Hurts. Larry Brown Sports, Eagle players are reportedly frustrated with Jalen Hurts. Marca, is Jalen Hurts losing control of the Philadelphia Eagles locker room? Like that's the stuff that you're dealing with right now. And this is where I say, welcome to the rarefied air. Okay? Because like what we're going through right now, that it's going everywhere. Like I see a 6-3 team who has not played their best football. That when I look at the Detroit Lions, I look at a 6-3 team who has not played their best football, in part because their best players haven't been there. But yet they're 6-3 and in control of their destiny to do everything that they want to do, okay? When I look at the Philadelphia Eagles, I see a defending Super Bowl champion who is 7-2, and yet you're still seeing this stuff. Man, this is the price of doing business when you're near the top of the National Football League. It is. And that's why, Neal, I'm trying so hard not to get frustrated at some of that stuff, all right? And it's out there. You and I have to deal with it on a day-by-day basis. Maybe not so much today, but it's out there. Oh, dude, I don't know what you're watching. This window closed. Oh, this team's no good. Oh, you know what? First-round playoff right away. Then that's the price of doing business. I'd much rather have it this way than you people trying to sell me on your false hope every year. I don't miss that. I do not miss that. The Lions being one of the with and or teams, okay? I don't miss that. I don't want any part of that. And doing dumb things like, hey, we won our last 2 games. That's something to build on going into next season. There's no such thing as that. We heard it every year.
Every year, man.
Gosh, damn.
Woodward Sports chat thread. People, and there's been a couple of these, and I had it and I lost it, but somewhere along the line of looking for a big game from Hutch. And that's been more than one person, Sean.
I understand it, though.
There's not.
I understand it.
There's not questions with him, right?
No, did you know what? Neal, again, there's nothing wrong. I want this defensive front four to look dominant. I want it. And Hutch is one of the best in the league, okay? But I want other guys to feast. I want all those pieces to come together. I want Hutch to do Hutch things, but finally this piece or that piece or this piece completely break out and be the benefactor of his said work. That's what I'm looking at. I don't think there's anything wrong with asking for more. I don't. We're in the rarefied air now. We're well within our right to talk that way. Yes, 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 and yes. So Neal, to me, it's not a Hutch problem per se. I don't want to speak for anybody else out there. It's not a Hutch problem per se. It's a front four, let's get after Jalen Hurts and make his life miserable type of thing. And there's nothing wrong with that. I'm not going to chastise you for that.
Woodward Sports Chat Thread, 2 girls, 1 Ramos. I love Sean and Neal together. What up, Doughboys? I smell a win today.
I'm with you.
Yeah. Appreciate that, by the way. Thank you.
I have a lot of fun with him, too.
Freight Train J, we want the Vikings to win, right? We want a tie. We want a tie.
See, I can't. I almost said yes, and then I was like, I don't know. I can't let that come out of my mouth. No.
Detroit Lionheart, Hurts on his own is a waste. You have to structure your entire offense around him, but the Eagles did that. See, Sean, I don't know what more Jalen Hurts has to do. Sean, what else can that guy do? The people don't like him. Why? It's not like he's Kyler Murray out there.
I don't know. I don't know. I wish there.
What do people want?
Do you think it's his personality? I mean, legitimately, he looks stoned all the time. He really does.
He's stoic.
If anything, I think some dude should embrace him and go, that's my dog, man. I'm at Jars every day. Honestly, I mean, it's almost like there's no emotion there. I think it goes back to the thing, Neal. People want the guy out there who's going to scream. Like A.J. Hinch, okay? When things started to go south for the Tigers, how many times did you see somebody say something along the line of, oh, man, he needs to go scorched earth. He needs to go. Remember when Skip, Jim Leland lost his mind and everything? Hey, that's cool, but that's not AJ. That's not him. At least the AJ that we've seen. For all I know, maybe he did do that behind the scenes. I don't know. I just don't think that's in his DNA. I don't think that's how he reacts. And I think that's maybe what you're getting at with AJ, Neal, is I don't think he's a guy that's going to go up there and say, we're not putting up with this shit anymore. And I had a talk with AJ. I got in AJ's grill, and I said, we're not doing this anymore. We're the Philadelphia Eagles, man. It's not him. It's just, hey, man, everything's going to be cool, and I got some cool waves to catch out this week, so I'll see y'all in a couple days. That's not him.
In the chat, there's some questions about Aleem McNeil. Steve Wilds, Aleem has been silent since his first game back.
I think that's fair.
There's a call in here, too. Lopez looked dominant against the Commanders and better than McNeil. Lopez should get 50% plus of the snaps and eat into both Reeder and Aleem.
Going a bit too far. That
seems aggressive.
That's going a bit too far.
But the overall, to me, Neal, the overall point stands. I mean it in all sincerity. Yeah, I want more. If we're gonna, and again, if we talk about how good our defensive line is, okay, yeah, you know what? The best time to do it is show it against the best team. Okay, go take this game. Neal, the lesson, the undeniable lesson, you and I worked the day after the Super Bowl, okay? The undeniable lesson that the Philadelphia Eagles taught people yet again, okay, is the game is won in the trenches, period. And anybody that argues that, you aren't paying attention. You don't know ball, okay? The game is – all right. And, Neal, I'll ask everybody this and you this as well. How do you feel about both sides of the trenches right now for the Lions?
You know the answer.
Shaky.
Yeah. What do you want me to say?
But here's where it's weird, Sean, because with the Lions' offensive line – there's going to be peaks and valleys.
1,000%.
How do I know that? There's been peaks and valleys.
Peaks and valleys.
And it's not going to magically cure itself. It's just the way that it is. You have young guys over there. They will play well. They will not play well. You have kids. Are kids consistent all the time? No, they are not. It's just the way that it works, Sean. And I feel like every time they're at a peak, we think, okay, it's fixed.
Yep. And
then every time they're in a valley, we're saying, well, that's it. It's cooked. It's over. And we ride the Lightning with that.
It goes back to, I mean, legitimately when Frank Ragnow retired. I mean, there were people out there that tried to minimize that. You don't replace Frank Ragnow. You cannot. Both these things cannot coexist. Okay. You have people say out of this side of the mouth, well, now that Kelsey retired, he's arguably the best center in the game, and then say, oh, we'll be fine without Frank Ragnow. That's not a both things can be true type of scenario, okay? So what you hope for this, Neal, this season is you hope for it to just kind of go like this. Maybe take a step back, but go like this. Maybe take a step back, but go like this. And be near full capabilities come playoff time. And hopefully we're there. I'm going to say it again, like the front four, I expect more. I would hope that every one of you agree with me. I expect more. I don't want to talk about them being dominant anymore. I want to see them being dominant. I want to see them completely take over games. And again, I'm just being fair here. How many times have we said that? And that's not an indictment against Hutch. I can't believe you're back. No, he's one of the best in the game, period, end of story. But how often do we come away from a game going, man, we dominated them. We were in their backfield all game. And it doesn't necessarily show up in the stats in the form of sacks or something. They couldn't get the run game going. They made his life miserable. I don't think we see it that much. I really don't.
Yeah, we've seen it at times.
At times.
At times we've seen it. And Sean, I always do the telltale. I just watch the line of scrimmage and just see which way is it 2 yards. Is it 2 yards back? Is it 2 yards forward? And that kind of tells you the tale. You know, it's not 100%.
No, I think that's fair.
Fail-proof, but it kind of tells you the trend
yeah.
of what the game's going to be. Woodward Sports chat thread. Art Van Dam, you don't know ball, LOL. I love that line.
Who came up with that?
I don't know. Jeff A, was that was your generation that came up with that?
It was a clip from somebody who said that.
We'll find out. We'll work on it, we'll get back to you on that. Gerald Thomas. So I'm watching the game right now and listening to you. Well, Gerald, I appreciate it. Look, Gerald, I'll never crack on. So do what you want. If you like Commanders Dolphins and that's your thing, Gerald, do it. 100%.
I'm telling you,
I want you to be happy, Gerald.
Gerald, I'd have it on at home. I can't guarantee you that I'd be sitting in front of the television right at this moment, but if I was at home right now, I'd have it on at home. Absolutely. I would also be saying, all right, I got to get the ribs on at 1. I would be planning my day accordingly that way, but yeah, I'd have it on. There's no way I'd be sitting in front of it watching it, though.
All right, let's take a break. When we come back, we'll spin around the NFL. We'll get you some final thoughts and get you off to your football Sunday for those of you that aren't watching Commanders Dolphins right now. But I'm not being critical. Like, do what you want to do.
Hey, the Bears and Vikings are at 1.
All right. We'll be right
I love
back.
hate watching. I do. I know. That whole game, I'm going to yell at everything.
Bears.
I hate them so much.
Sean, what's the Okay, let's do it when we come back. We're going to go around the NFL. I want to pick it up right there.
All right.
What is a day of watching Bears Vikings like for sure? Can you take me inside that when we come back?
I don't know if you want to go. It's a dark, scary place.
I'll pull the ripcord if we need to. All right, let's do that then. This is the Lions pregame show brought to you by Sun Cruiser.
No one gives away more cash and prizes than Woodward Sports. You don't believe us? Here's our latest $10,000 winner.
You know, you guys posted, hey, if you guess all this stuff right, we'll give you $10,000. I'm like, okay, well, why the hell not?
And the winning doesn't stop there. How about our Outkick Your Coverage winner?
David Tully, everybody. David Tully. This guy's got a hot girl.
Bigger prizes, bigger giveaways, cash, merch, tickets, and more. All from the biggest sports network in Detroit. No one does it bigger and better than Woodward Sports. Make sure you're following, liking, subscribing on Instagram, Facebook, X, and YouTube for your chances to share in the winning. From Detroit's #1 sports network, Woodward Sports.
Back at it, final segment of the Lions pregame show. Lions Eagles tonight. Neal Ruhl Sean Baligian here with you. Brought to you by Sun Cruiser, proud partner of the Detroit Lions. Jack's Car Wash, Ben Johnson Law, Tullamore Dew Irish Whiskey, second best in Detroit. Wherever you're whatever you're going for, downtown, whatever you're doing, second best, that is a spot to pull up to what?
Look at those numbers. Did you see?
Oh,
those
wait,
numbers?
hold on. 9's on the screen. Is that J.J. McCarthy or is it 9? I get them confused. Sean, all right.
Don't.
Sean, I need to know.
JJ dominated their ass.
J.J. on the screen.
Look at his chain.
With the chain.
Look at his chain.
Cool. All right, anyway. 2 touchdowns this year for Jay Jadis. Whoa. Is he the Bryce Underwood? All right, never mind.
Not
again,
Perfect
Neal, not
timing.
again.
I'm just going to move on. All right, Sean, take me inside. We were talking about during the break. Those that watch, they know you have a disdain for the Chicago Bears that borders on irrational.
I hate them.
You self-admittedly, it borders on irrational, right?
100%.
Okay.
I hate them. Gosh, I hate them.
So, with that being said, Sean, when the Bears play the Vikings as a Lions fan, how do you consume that? Because I hate the Vikings more than I hate the Bears. I do. Like, I always have. I hate their helmets. I hate the Viking horn, how it almost touches in the back of the helmet. It bothers me when they show it on TV. Like, that stupid horn they blow into, their little skull chants that they do. I hate the Vikings more. With that being said, Sean, take me inside your brain. What does that look like for you? What emotions go through your body when you're watching Bears Vikings?
This is one of those days. I don't know if your significant other does the same thing. Like, I still get yelled at for dropping F-bombs. I do, and it doesn't matter. And what I try to do is I'll go downstairs today. I'll go in the basement because you think it's going to hide them, but you can't really hide. Fuck them! You can't really hide that in your house, right? And then I'll hear, like, from way in the nether region of my house, Sean! Like that. You think she'd get used to it by now, but she's never used to it. No, it really is, Neal. I'm being 100% sincere. This is a weird one because I know I should root for the Vikings in this based on the standings, but how do you do that? Right? How do you I'm dealing with a bunch of maniacs, not only in our fan base, but if we're being honest, some in our fan base as well. Your fan base is one thing, but some in our fan base that told me with a straight look on their face that JJ dominated us. That JJ was absolutely in control in that game. And you try to be nice and you go, hey, man, they got the dub, okay? But you know you're not going to win a whole heck of a lot of football games at this level with like 169 yards of offense or whatever the heck it was.
What do you mean? Not only will you win, you'll be NFC Offensive Player of the Week. 145 yards.
And that's fresh.
Generational. 9.
See, you know what you're doing to me right now.
I know.
You're playing me right now because all of a sudden, like, Bear hatred's here and the Vikings are going like this, so yeah, it's good. I'm intrigued to see myself. I know I'm gonna.
So you don't even know the answer.
I don't know the answer to this one because, like, right now, my disdain for the Vikings is at an all-time high. The Vikings never bothered me growing up. Now, they were just the Vikings, right? 9. 9 did this to me. 9 did this to me. So, yeah, Neal, one eye's going to be on the smoker because I'm doing a little something today. And the other eye's full hate watch. Full hate watch.
Look at the look on the man's face.
Throw my hat.
I think if we read the super chat, he might crash out.
I know, and I'm going to that right now. You want to skip the line? Use the super chat. I have a couple to get to. Art Van Dam. Terry is right. Sun God is the smallest tight end ever in the history of the NFL. Dante 151. Can we all agree that Westwood One broadcast that does the overseas games is 10 times better than that fraud Gus Johnson who ruins every moment? I'll leave that up to you guys.
There is no Gus Johnson.
No, we
slander.
need to have that conversation soon, okay? We do. Really and truly.
You guys are here right now.
What Gus Johnson slander is there to be had? Is it not?
On the ground.
Is it not electric?
He turns into Sylvester the Putty Tat.
Is it electric or not?
No,
it is.
It's fake.
It's not. He's doing that. He's in the booth.
Jaffe.
He's in the booth. All right.
think that's genuine?
You see what he's doing, all right?
But his voice goes like,
he's putting his own, spin on it.
He's become a caricature of himself. He has. Sorry.
He's a wrestling character.
Yeah, he is. He's become a caricature.
I like
of
Gus.
himself.
Okay.
I'm not going to tell you you're wrong.
Debo Baby in the super chat. If Dan Campbell has the glasses on, the Eagles are cooked.
Absolutely.
100%. The glasses,
If those
glasses
readers
Dan
come
Campbell's.
out,
If the readers are on, there's a different energy.
This doesn't happen often. Can I rewind for just a second? This doesn't happen often, and I'm not going to name any names, but I will say this. Gus, over the past couple of years, I turn the sound down. I really, truly, I do. And when I hear those weird and crazy calls, like the one against Iowa last week, it's because I see it on social media. I don't want to hear that. I don't. And I'm not, get off my grass guy by any stretch of the imagination. I understand passion. I think there's a difference between passion and real passion. And I think that's I'm going to go viral passion. One man's opinion.
Woodward Sports super chat sideless. No, man, let the Bears beat the Vikings, crush any ounce of hope they have left. You know what, Bears? Go beat the Packers too. Art Van Dam in the super chat. J.J. McCarthy.
You guys are doing it. It'll never pass the Bears, okay? Because what the Bears did to me as a kid literally ruined part of my life, okay? But I'm telling you, it's getting there. And these Viking fans, they just can't let it be. They always come sneaking in and take their little shots.
Woodward Sports chat thread. Kevin, how many people covering the Lions completely missed the severity of Laporta's injury? Kevin, you can't. Here's the secret about this business, how it works. All right, the team controls that information, and it gets told to their trusted people that they deal with. I'm not saying it's like dirty or anything like that. I'm just saying that there's a hierarchy of how things work. So I'll say this to you. It's, Kevin, like, that information didn't get out because they didn't want it to get out. Period. End of story.
They are going to do everything they can to hide that information until a point in which they have to release it.
Yeah, that's it.
And I don't think there's any, Neal, I don't think there's any coincidence that it was released when it was released, and it allowed you to take those 4 weeks, and he'll be back by the time those 4 weeks are over. I don't think there's any coincidence. And I feel the same way. It's frustrating, especially if you're doing something where you're down there all the time. It's frustrating. You might hear a word from somebody if you know a guy, but I'll tell you, are you going to be the guy that wants to run with that because you heard it from another guy in the room? Right. No, nobody wants to be that guy.
No.
Because you know what happens? Can I now the flip side of that? If I hear from Neal Ruhl that Jeff is going to be week to week and we're going to put him on IR, okay? And I run with that, and then Jeff isn't put on IR, what's the flip side? That guy's an idiot. He's
Correct.
a bonehead. What's he doing? Nice reporting, things like that. So I'm going to get their backs too there, Neal. I think you stated it well. There's just that's one of those there's nothing you can do type of scenarios. It really is.
Around the NFL, real quick, Sean, as we get out of here, you buying the NFC West? You buying the Seahawks? You buying the Rams?
Not the Niners. I'm buying the other two, though. Yeah.
You're buying the Seahawks?
I am buying the
Why?
Seahawks. I think it's happening on both sides of the ball. And that's huge. I mean, we watch that happen. It's happening on both sides of the ball. We can still have our questions about Sam Darnold, no doubt about that. They're finding a way to – but I think because it's happening on both sides of the ball, I think there's some legitimacy there.
Okay.
This isn't just the, oh, look at their cute little offense, and, oh, Sam Darnold is having a magical season and everything. Hey, maybe we all have to say to ourselves, maybe Sam Darnold wasn't as bad as we all thought, too. Because now this is two different – because last year it was all KOC. Remember the magic of KOC?
I do. Who could forget?
Maybe, just maybe, there's something there with that guy. And he was just waiting for, I don't know, the right pixie dust, if you will.
Are people aware that the Broncos have the opportunity to knock the Chiefs out? in terms of winning the division.
Yes.
If the Chiefs lose today, they will be a wild card at best if they get in. Because if it all started today, they're not in.
Yes, but I think you, Neal, guys like you and I, because I know just in the time that we've talked about this is Mahomes' time. You know, Patrick yawns and, oh, this is adorable. This is you guys. And he starts pinch his cheeks, and they take control, and they go all Chiefs. I almost fell for it this year. And you know why I almost fell for it this year? Because Kelsey looked so done. Early on, Kelsey, and then all of a sudden that Lions game, it's like, I've seen that son of a bitch before. You know, they find a way, dude. They find a way. So I think they're exempt from the questioning. But boy, Denver's fraudulent. I don't care what anybody says. Denver's fraudulent.
Well, they've just found a way to just barely skate by a lot of those games that they've had.
And there's no bigger Bronco doubter than me, like for real. But here they are.
Yeah.
You know what? Like this is
somehow, some way.
This is why this week, like what we just talked about to open the show, like this is the first week that things shake themselves out.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
This is a huge week. We talked about it first thing.
Yeah,
it really is.
Things shake themselves out across this league today. And Sean, like, if the Chiefs lose this game, and they've look, that was the Lions had the chance to drive the stake in the heart, and they bounced back, you know, and they got the win. But here they sit again, Sean. They're 5-4. The division's over if they lose. The Broncos will be 9-2, and you'd be 5-5. That's a wrap. Like, that's done. So it is a big week. Like, you know, as we talked about, all across the NFL. Jim, Denver's offense is terrible, but their defense is elite. Kevin, Laporta will be the first Brad pick not to be extended. See, Sean, there you go.
Mm-hmm. They did lose Pat Surtain too, so that's a big hit for that Broncos defense.
No, 100%.
Can I tell you guys the Chiefs' schedule down the stretch, though? Are you ready for this? Okay, so they have the Colts next week at home. They're at the Cowboys. They host Texans. They host Chargers. They're at Titans. They host Broncos. They're at Raiders. There might not be a loss on there in that stretch.
Sean? They can't stop the run. There'll be
Sean?
one to the Colts. Jonathan Taylor's looking like the MVP.
Oh, yeah.
Truly.
If your league is a real league, then he will be the MVP. Jonathan Taylor would be the MVP. He's the most valuable player. Like, it's not close.
He took over that game.
He's taken over their season. But Sean,
Danny Dimes.
You know what I heard? you know what I heard you say?
What'd you?
When you said Chiefs Cowboys, you know what popped in my mind?
Man.
I'm back. I'm back, Bull.
My pants.
We're back, Bull.
It might be a pantless Thanksgiving. Like, honestly, it might be.
That's too much. That's an overload. We can't have an I'm back Bull on Thanksgiving.
Listen, the Lions beat the Packers, and then you follow up
too much.
With Chiefs and Cowboys.
That's too much.
Attention, everyone. I'm not putting my pants on today.
Thanksgiving. Happy Thanksgiving.
You can still come over if you'd like, but I will not have pants on. We're going to go eat elsewhere. Fare thee well.
Before we ride out of here, Sean, anything else you got in the NFL?
You know what? Buffalo, let's see how Buffalo bounces back. I mean, this is a big one for both of those teams as well. You know, because Tampa's dealing some injury and everything. I'm intrigued at that one. That's another one I'm intrigued
Did the Lions break Tampa?
That's a really good question.
Buffalo, too. They have injuries, too.
Yeah.
Keon Coleman got rolled out for this game, too.
That's a cautionary tale of the first third rule. The first third of the NFL season. We all fall for it every single time. Like, we talked about Seahawks-Rams. Chances are one of them are going to fall off.
Yep.
I mean, that's just the way that it tends to work. And by fall off, I mean one of them will probably finish 9-8. One of them will.
Can I, just an early submission. I'm not saying this is going to be the one, okay? Sunday, December 14th, the Sunday night game, Vikings at Cowboys.
You know what sucks?
I'm thinking about it right now. My nether region tingles. Oh.
Sean, what you just described, when you were talking about watching Bears-Vikings, that's how I'll be watching Vikings-Cowboys.
So damn good. So damn good.
The hate bowl.
Yeah. Yeah, like let it flow.
The hate bowl.
Okay.
All right, what do you see for today?
Find a way, man. Like, Find a way. Like, I don't have some nuanced breakdown of it. Everything is out there. And, guys, just what we talked about. This game is extra. Make no mistake about that, Sean. This is the one that I've had circled all year long. Since the schedule came out.
Me too.
This was the one that I've had circled to say, all right. Is it over if they lose? No, it's not. Conversely, is it over if they win, a Super Bowl awarded? Certainly not. But I do want to get a feel for where are we for real, because I don't fear them. I don't think that they're this indomitable force. However, there is something about Jalen Hurts and this Eagles team. They find a way to win all the time. They always do.
I would like us to do our recipe of before half, coming out of half, and then holding onto the ball at the end of the game going, okay, there's nothing you can do. Your destiny, your fate is in our hands. And have one of those drives where you kick a field goal with 10 seconds left and win 2017 or something. That would make me really happy. Just to kind of give them a dose of their own medicine. Because how often do you watch Philly do that? The long, slow death. Hey, this is cool. You feel pretty good about yourselves, don't you? Okay, now it's our turn. That would be pretty cool.
Yeah, it is. This is it, and I want to see it play out. And I don't have a feel as to the how, because I've given up on that. Like everyone, this will be a Monty game. This will be a JMO game.
I agree.
Like, you know what game it's going to be? What presents itself.
What dictates. Yep. That's exactly it. I agree with you. I think we all fall into that trap. So let's. Hey, it'd be great to mix in a Monty Day. That'd be fun because I mean the people that are writing him off, I think you're out your mind. But what does this game dictate? Let's go in that direction.
There you go. All right, everybody.
Thanks, Jeff.
People love the score. What's the score?
Oh, is it really? You want me to look up the score?
No. Like, what's the score? Like, what's the game tonight?
2017. I'll stick with it.
What do you got, Jeff?
I'm going to stick to what I said previously, 24-20, Lions.
I'm in that family. 24-21, 24-20, 27-24. I'm in that family too. Yeah. So, all right, everybody. That will do it. Woodward Sports. We'll have the watch party going on, the post-game show as well. We are your home for Lions
Safe travels,
football.
pal.
Thank you, my friend. Thank you. For Jeff A., for Sean Baligian, my name is Neal Ruhl. Thanks for tapping in. Go Lions. Well, see you later.
Thank you to all the fans for making Woodward Sports your #1 online destination for Detroit sports. We promise not to drop the ball.